Hello everyone and welcome to Infamous Gentleman playing Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. I am the Bard of Persia.
I'm pretty sure it's a colon, not a semicolon.
Oh,
I think it doesn't even orthographically have a colon. I think it's just...
You know what, we'll have to do the whole introduction again. Do you want to tell the viewers who you are?
I'm the doctor. Apparently I'm the pedant today.
Which is usually my job, and I'm the sprite.
The Sprite of Persia. We're going to do this.
The Sprite of Persia.
No. Oh, well done.
Yes.
The Sprite of colon Persia. Oh wait, that just sounds...
Just don't say
that's
that.
very different.
the Sprite of colon Persia. Jesus. Now, viewership, because it's been a while for us, we're probably not very long from you since these were edited. To recap, I've done some research and come back to how I can be better at the game.
And you're less drunk.
And I'm significantly less drunk. We're still not entirely sure how much of my recent salt in perhaps the episodes you've just watched were due to drunkenness and inattention, and how much is just me being
Especially
bad
because
at
as the point of recording, episode 6 went up last night, and I don't think the Sprite's edited any more of that, so
No.
we've only seen the beginning of it.
Yes.
Which was going okay, and then when we got to this fucking prison, and they'll give me a sword that's made out of jelly beans. I don't know.
This is always the problem with trying to, Christmas Carol this and the spirits have done it all in one night, is over the course of that one night, the game inevitably gets harder and you inevitably get drunker.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that was the big problem with Lego Star Wars, if you remember, because I just finished watching back through our Lego Star Wars thing, and by the end of Revenge of the Sith, there's the thing where you had to do the Mustafar platforming on lava, and I'm too drunk to do it well, and you've got too bad of a control system to do it well, and it's just, we're having a shocker of a time.
Indeed. Well, this is off to a promising start thus far. Oh. Pay no attention. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. There we go. Okay, so...
Right, while he's focusing on this sprite, remind me how the heads-up display works again. So, what's the blue thing? Oh, it's gone.
It'll come back in a moment when I get my much better sword. I get to replace my jelly bean sword with this rad-looking thing.
Oh, yeah, much better sword.
Yeah, there's a blue bar around the edge, which doesn't seem to be his sand. I don't know what
No,
it is.
it's health.
This should make things
Okay. That's why it came back when he sanded.
You gain Scorpion Sword.
It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson in Sword.
I was going to say, we've discussed on the channel before, but I've recently watched the first Scorpion King movie. And
First of 7!
I loved every minute of it. It was brilliant, right down to the vaguely sort of crushing on the rock British villain. Now, in my research viewership, my time away from the game, I've done a little bit of reading around online to work out how I can be better, particularly at the combat. So
How to get good.
The first thing that you ought to do is that you should block rather than dodge. So I come from the Dark Souls school of
The Dark School!
The Dark School! I'm going to start calling it that. I come from the Dark School, where it's much better to avoid being hit at all than it is to rely on your block.
The Dark School of Souls sounds so much better than the Dark Souls School.
Indeed. But, as you can see here, there's very few enemies in the game that can ever actually penetrate the prince's block. And I hate to use that word on camera, but nevertheless...
You could have just not said penetrate!
Alright, fine. His block is basically impregnable, whereas if you dodge, it's likely... Shut up, you. It's likely that you'll get caught by somebody's backswing with a sword or something like that.
But you do know that eventually you do have to hit them, right?
I do.
Okay.
I'm building up to it. So the other thing I learned is that basically the Eye of the Storm power that I've been using to go tits on them is too costly in terms of sand tanks to really bother with. What one ought to do is to slow time down like so.
Oh yeah, slowing time down is
and
the
then
ultimate.
just beat the shit out of them. So if you focus your attacks on one or two dudes whilst time is slowed, when time reverts to normal, as I think it's about to in a minute, they're either so weakened or dead that I can just retrieve the sand from them that I've used to activate the power in the first place. Although that didn't happen in that particular case.
Pick up the sword.
I'm getting there.
No, you're not. You're walking away from them.
I'm blocking. I'm playing a more defensive game, Sprite.
He seems to have learned some meta, certainly. And to the point where I'm actually just going to gloss over your phrase of using the phrase to go tits on them, which I don't think is a phrase at all.
Have you never heard of that? To go tits on something? Really?
Oh, you'll appreciate this. Recently, there was I can't remember what it was, some kind of tech product that launched, and good lord, it was a whole thing of.
See, he's going tits on them.
This product, this kind of tech company or whatever it was, clearly hadn't tested their name with a Scottish audience because it's this thing where you create stuff. It's some kind of online creative thing called Square Go, and a lot of Scottish people heard this is just very funny.
The sprite looks confused.
Never heard the expression "square go"?
Not.
It's like to
in a
throw
while.
hands or something like that.
I mean,
I'd
it
say,
means
like-
to challenge someone to a fight. Like, I've got a very posh Scottish girlfriend, and she took months to actually realise this was a Scottish phrase. So she kept, like, when we were like, messing around and winding one up at home, she was like, "Let us square go! Commence the square go!" And I'm like, "You're using it wrong to annoy me, and I know you're doing it, but it's not annoying me any less that I know that."
It's like me when I when someone asked me what the score was, and I was like, "Oh, for the soccer."
The foosballs.
See, right, this is the annoying thing is, I know way more people who, like, it's a personality trait that they don't know about football than who actually care about football. So, like, so many people are just like, "Oh, what's going on with the sports ball?" I'm like, that's not actually funny anymore.
Just so we're
No,
clear,
no, it
I'm
is.
not that person. It's just if someone's like, "What was the score? Do you know what happened with this?" I'm like, no,
I still remember when we went. So me and the Sprite during the Champions League final went to the Symphony to watch some stuff being performed. A load of just old people and stuff like that. And the old couple sitting on both sides of us independently asked me when they saw me checking my phone if I knew what the score was.
Right.
Whereas the Sprite was like, "Well, we were specifically trying to get away from this." I was like, "Yeah, but we didn't."
I strongly disagree with you, Doctor. I know a lot of people, particularly men, who like use being into Premiership football as a substitute for.
I mean, I'm
having a
not denying they
personality.
exist. I'm just saying, in terms of my bubble, I'm one of very few people who cares a little bit about sports in a field of people who don't.
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with liking sport. I like sport. I just have no time for the foosball. Okay, I've got to use these.
Oh, there was a whole controversy recently because if you asked Alexa for the score,
keep spinning it.
if you asked Alexa for any of the scores on the Women's World Cup, it would, if you didn't specifically say Women's World Cup, it was like say like, "Oh, what was the score in the England-Australia game?" Then Alexa would say, "Oh, there's not an England-Australia game scheduled for months."
Oh.
Because as we know, there's football and women's football.
These
Don't forget you can spin around the poles. It's
Yeah,
a really good way
yeah.
to kill them.
The two
these BDSM guys. We've got to deal with them first.
two genders,
they're-
regular and female, default and woman.
Oh, they block me. They shouldn't be blocking
No,
me.
spin around the thing.
Or maybe they've been learning while they've been away as well. They've also read some metagaming stuff online and learned how to block.
Spin around the pole. There you go. This is it. This is the only way that I got through this game.
It's like that ridiculous move that Neo does in that fight with all the Smiths.
Yeah.
Where he spins around the pole.
Can I spin around the pole whilst the time is slowed, I wonder?
Yes.
Probably. I don't know why I said it like that.
Bard, I'm telling you, you've got to spin around that pole.
I'm working on it, Sprite. I'm working on it.
Work
The
faster.
pole is guarded.
And pick up the sand.
So like I'm gonna play more defensively because I think I was losing a lot of health in combat. Another thing that I read is that like you should never use your sands in combat to rewind time, only
No.
for combat powers.
Ah.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Go quick. There you go.
But we'll just because this doesn't actually do as much damage as it looks like he's doing.
Yeah, it
even
looks
though
really
he is
fucking
going
cool, but
tits.
yeah. You just committed to that now.
I have.
Okay. Another classic. Over the head.
Oh, I've forgotten how much of a shit.
He is a sarcastic.
Pick up the
bastard.
sands. Run and pick up the sands.
There we go. We got some
There we
sand
go,
now.
there we go.
Like we don't need to use sand to
So
get rid of this.
the blobs around the edge of the thing are like sand containers, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Can
Yeah.
be.
Well, the ones that are filled.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, the blobs
like the
in
six
the
of
blue.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
But the one in the middle is like current
Yeah,
sands.
time option.
Yeah.
But then if he drains that, he'll.
So anything that has a time amount, so slowing down time, any and how much time you can rewind by, that's what that half moon that's sort of on its side is.
Now, considering how much time that was taking me in the previous attempts.
Well, it took you infinite time because you didn't do it. This is where you
well,
got
technically,
stuck.
I have done it now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, it took you 6 months or like what is it now? It's 19th of August. When the fuck was the last recording?
I made myself feel a
Quite
little bit
some
better
while ago.
because I found some PlayStation maniac online who's trying to like platinum complete or like fully complete every PlayStation game that's ever been released on a PlayStation console.
Oh,
And he
dear.
said that hands down on the hardest difficulty, Warrior Within was definitely the toughest challenge for him.
Jesus.
And
To the right.
that made me feel a bit better.
No, oh yeah.
I wanna see
Someone
if I can
recently
turn this any further, Sprite.
finished 100%ing every N64 game. The
Dang.
first person to do it.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose this is a similar.
A lot of that was just the challenge of actually fucking getting hold of all of them. Like, some of them are hard to get cartridges for nowadays.
I suppose this was a similar lunatic who's done something similar, but for don't god damn it.
Yeah, 10th of March was when we last recorded this,
Oh,
so...
shit. I think I keep holding that button for slightly too long. I think if I tap it, I slow time, and if I hold it for any length of time, I go tits.
Yes.
Just the feral roaring you hear in there. Oh my god, did I tell you the thing I was reading recently about the game Feral Roast Chicken?
What?
Apparently this is a lot of fun. You cook a roast chicken, you put it on a tarp, and then you just have two people up, like one on each side, and the goal is to eat as much of the chicken as possible and just go like feral and like try and devour it. And apparently something flicks in your brain and you get like lost in it. And like people are like, I found myself like growling and like pulling bits of chicken off someone and things like that. You go like completely animalistic in it, apparently. It sounds great fun.
This might take a few attempts right here. I don't know whether just to slow time or whether to... Do we try it without?
I would try it.
I mean, I'd try it around the other way so you're not running against the streams of... Well, there you go, yeah.
It worked out fine.
Yep, and break down that wall.
Stop before he gets any further.
I wonder what could be behind this door. People who want to stop me before I get any further.
I think it's behind you. What?
Just a voice must have been a trick of the wind. When was the last time the wind said hostiles? Okay. Presumably I want to rotate this doodah and then some baddies will pop out of these in turn, I guess? Maybe? Possibly?
I feel like you should have pushed that rather than pulled. Oh no.
Here we just these schlubs.
Are these regular dudes?
These are just our regular schlubs.
I'll be honest, most of the enemies look pretty similar in this to me. And they're either male or female, which is the most obvious factor. Basically, are they wearing clothes or lingerie?
The BDSM guys that I just fought are noticeably tougher than those
you
dudes.
cut that man in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The combat is just looks good.
It's
really cool.
You have to remember, I've not even seen any of the stuff that aired so far because the sprite's editing it.
That seems to have opened something.
Have you pressed that switch yet?
Oh, it activated a spiky boy.
Oh, you could have used that in like a fight.
I mean, like, it didn't take any damage anyway because I'm the best, the prince.
I was gonna say, fucking bright. Can you not bounce up the wall and hit that switch?
I can hit the switch just by
But it's
running
already
up the
hit.
wall. But I don't think I can run fast enough without slowing time to get over to this one. Oh,
It sounds like the Flood from Halo.
just three of them. Okay.
I guess it was just the time delay thing, but yeah, he sounded like the fucking Gravemind. Wow, they didn't put up much of a
Spin.
fight.
They're not done. They're nowhere near done.
Good, I guess.
They can't block if you spin.
Is he talking to me or like his buddy?
I think you. If these are BDSM guys, maybe they like it.
I'm not thinking about that too hard. Oh, see, these guys can actually break my guard as well.
Oh, they
which
can
is,
penetrate you.
yes, I hit my otherwise impregnable block.
They can pregnate the shit out of you.
Dodge, dodge, dodge. There we go. Okay. I'm getting definitely a better sense of this combat sober, I will say that.
Shocking. That.
And now we can
Spin round the
spinny, spinny.
pole!
You're obsessed with pole spinning.
To be fair, it's
because it
very
breaks their
very
fucking guard.
powerful.
Okay,
And go
fine.
get that fucking goo.
Sand.
Dodge, dodge,
Oh,
dodge.
Prince of Persia, the goo of time, they call it.
Yes, they do.
More like the yes, they goo, am I right?
Oh my god.
More like, oh my good, am I right?
No, you are not
Stop,
right.
You have to stop.
No, I don't.
We're so early in
That's
the
the best
recording.
thing about it. I don't have to stop. None of you can make it me.
Make it me, eh?
I was saying none of you can make it stop.
Make it stop! Oh, there we go. That was surprisingly easy once time was slowed. Yeah. So what I was reading online says that like in various fights, you slow down time, you concentrate on the weaker guys, and then they will give you the sand back that you used to activate the power.
Yeah,
in the
so
first instance.
you're neutral in terms of sand.
Precisely. Your sand gains, as it were, are.
Net sand is 0. Your net 0 sand.
Let's just get this artwork. 'Cause I like the nice cricky crack noise he makes me bust the chest open.
That is-
Kapow!
That was soothing, you're right.
Soothing.
Soothing.
Thoothing. Okay. Here we go. What does this do?
I know I didn't know what I was going to say, which started with with T even.
So, like, well, the first couple of videos have gone out. We quite like them, although the difficulty curve of this game is notoriously uneven. So I think I'm in the harder section.
Then does it get easier?
Well, it seems to ramp up at unexpected times. Like, some of the bosses are really not that difficult to defeat, but then some random enemies and mooks will just, like, take you and, like...
And just some of the Dahaka chasers I remember being kind of grim.
Yes. Alright, let's save over this...
3rd of March was the last time we played this. No, March the 11th. Stupid
That has been
Americans.
quite some time
Yeah.
now. Like, almost 6 months.
Yep.
Right, here we go. Hut.
Nice.
You got this, Prince. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna stick a big guy on me in here. There he is!
The artist formerly known as Prince of Persia. Oh, he punched himself in the dick to get it.
He's so determined to defeat me. Ow!
Oh, he can very much penetrate your guard.
Oh yes, he can. Like I'm so impregnated by him.
I never really thought about the fact that there's impregnated a thing, but pregnated isn't.
I mean, it is.
No, but no one says it. This is an awful phrase.
You know how to fight the golems, yeah?
Yeah. I weaken him by hitting his ankles, and then when I'm up top, I slow
Slow
down
time and jump on him. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, you bash his skull in.
I think he's a golem boss. He feels like he's bigger and stronger than the others.
Certainly taking a lot of hits.
Yeah, I think I may have made a mess of this, but it's okay. I've just had a save point.
At this rate, he's gonna go down slower than you are. There you go. You not climb him at that point.
Seemingly not. Usually that's when you would climb him.
Why didn't you then?
Oh, he got his health back.
Wow.
Oh, okay, this is okay. Well,
Glad you got the wash point before this.
yeah, that's okay. We'll maybe get kicked by him a couple of times, and then we'll develop a strategy that will actually work. Who knows?
Cool. When you're ready. Oh, yeah, the old self-dick punch again.
Oh, this isn't a golem, this is a mummy. It fights like a golem, but it's a mummy.
That makes sense with why it looks like a mummy.
Yeah.
Ah, Prince of Egypt, Sands of Time.
I mean, there's overlap there.
Can I run up and... Oh, there we go.
You know, what's one Middle Eastern prince compared to another? I mean, I know Egypt isn't technically Middle East, but...
I'm concerned that, like, this isn't going to work and he's just going to regenerate from all this.
My favourite sound is like, bang, bong, bang, bang, bang. It's like his head's a fucking, like...
Can I dismount safely?
saucepan.
Have I always just got to swallow that damage sprite when he punches
I think it depends
me?
on the timing, which is hard to gauge when you're slow.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? To hell with this. How'd you like
I
that?
enjoy that the music slows down when you stop.
Oh, Jesus.
Hamstring him. There you go, now punch his brain and do it again.
Well,
Or just do that.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Clang. He's not even wearing a metal helmet. Like, what is his skull made of?
That's the funniest sound effect.
Yeah.
Dong,
there,
dong, dong, dong.
there we go. That's the end of him.
It's like bouncing a ping pong ball down a series of saucepans.
So he's basically just a bigger, more aggressive golem dude.
With some kind of self-healing capability, it seemed.
Yeah, I think I've got to deplete his health within a certain time, or who
He
knows?
seemed to just get it back. He didn't seem to do anything. It's not like he went, held his arms out and scarabed himself back to health or some shit.
I don't think that the development budget would have stretched that far.
No.
Rightio. Where is that ladder that it wants me to climb? Now, the logical thing to do would be to go back down and see if I could pick up the thingy, the health that I had before. Like, go back down, but I don't think I can. I think that room was deliberately constructed in such a way that I can't descend.
Yeah, so there's a filter.
Terrific. Thank you for the contribution. What was that? Where's that ladder? Maybe is it in the room he came
ladder?
from? There was a ladder that descended. Here we go.
Oh shit, yeah. Good. That was hard to see.
It was quite hard to see. But I saw it. Eagle-eyed. Prince of Hawks. That's quite a good name for a D&D character. The Prince of Hawks.
Okay, we may
It's got a bit of a falcon hoof kind of vibe.
we may have missed a life upgrade.
Oh, how badly do we need the life upgrades?
It's not the end of the world if you miss one.
Do you want me to go back?
It just says it's after the golem fight. And yes, the sprite's notes I read over them did say golem fight.
It's after the golem fight. How do I get this open? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it says golem fight and then life upgrade, so...
Oh.
Where's the room where you fought the golem?
Below him here.
Okay.
That looks like a wall that I can break. Perhaps the
Yeah.
life upgrade's behind there.
That feels like that's a bit obvious for a life upgrade, but maybe that's just where we're at.
Kicky, slashy, smashy, smashy.
Pretty
Yeah.
much so.
Go tits, Prince. Get in. I'm just committed to it now.
Yeah, slowing down and hitting them a lot seems to be more effective than
Then-
speeding up and doing the speedy boy.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure that doing, as we call it, the speedy boy when he goes tits is like
Less effective, yeah.
It drains 2 sand tanks, whereas
Yeah.
the
Which is
slowing
a
down
shame,
time
because it
only
looks
drains
really
1.
fucking cool. But
And the prince seems to really enjoy it.
oh yeah.
Rad. Oh yeah.
The fact it slows down the music is a nice touch.
It is a nice touch.